Good evening and welcome to the ESL TV studios here in Cologne. I'm joined by, well, actually no one. This evening it's just me. It's a shame. So a bit of solo casting this evening for me. This is the RaidCall EMS 1 semi-finals this evening of our first ever Weeks Cup. $156,000 up for grabs throughout the 4 seasons, and we are in the semi-finals this evening. First one will be the ninjas in pyjamas, not the teddy bears in pyjamas as I called them yesterday. That was just a rile Heaton, just to make him tweet at me. And we're also going to bring you the second semi-final right afterwards as well. So 2 semi-finals to look forward to, and then a grand final as well, which will be best of 3. Best of 1, of course, in the first one. If you haven't already done so, throw your predictions in the Twitch chat or throw them at me on Twitter as well. It's at Paul Challoner. And don't forget our own official at RaidCall EMS1 Twitter account. Follow that for all the news on Dota 2 and, of course, CSGO as well. Guys are in warm-up right now, so I'm just going to go and check and make sure we haven't actually missed any action, because yesterday those sneaky Counter-Strike players decided to start before we were ready. But today it does look as if we are ready to get underway. So I'll tell you what I'm going to do is... Actually, why don't we drop you in there right now? It does give us a chance to talk a little bit about how these 2 teams made their way through to the semi-finals. NIP yesterday, fairly straightforward. If you weren't already with us, I won't spoil it for you. You can pop back and watch the VODs. And that's on ESL TV, by the way. But N Faculty, nicely through, actually, in that top half of the bracket. These probably were the 2 stronger teams that went through. But NIP had quite a, I wouldn't say it was a tricky draw for them, but they had a potentially stronger team to go through. But N Faculty have had some fantastic results, beating very games recently as well, so don't rule them out just yet. And it's a new day, a new dawn, and a new slice and dice round. It is the knife round for the semi-final 1, and N Faculty are the first blood drawers. They've also taken the second. But Freiburg's on a bit of a mission, and we've already picked up 2 and not lost a bean of health. And it doesn't matter how I commentate these knife rounds, they're always boring. Existed 5th Lounge just finishing things off. They actually won that with 3 left. So, first blood, if you like, goes to the Swedes in the knife round. Looks like they will stay as well. So, NIP deciding that CT will be their start round side for this map on Mirage. And as I said earlier on, don't forget, we're right into the action here for the semi-final. You will not miss a beat of this, and you will also get to see the second semi-final between Imaginary and Epsilon. That's the Swedes versus the Frenchmen, of course, in the other semi-final. And here we've got Sweden versus Germany. Only 1 German team making it through the quarterfinals. There were 4 of them yesterday. And we are underway, and just want to see what was happening there to make sure we definitely were underway. And first blood is actually picked up by Freiburg on Kirby, and a long range shot. Look at that. And already Faculty using that Glock, ridiculous. We have had the patch as well, so the patch is applied, which has made a little bit of difference to long-range Glock and changed the recoil as well from long distance, but it didn't make any difference there, did it? Oh, exist. Brilliant little shot out on Asmo. Grenade lands at his foot, though. Disruptor's going to have to do well. He does do well. Picks out the frag on Exist, and now we switch over to SMN, who's in mid right now in a 2 versus 1, and will get shut down. So NIP suddenly have done some pistol training overnight, because yesterday, frankly, and I know Heaton will already bash me for this, but they sucked at pistols. So much so that he said that it was a business strat, and that actually it was just them giving other teams a chance. I don't buy that for a second. Today, though, not sucking quite so much at pistols. They win the opening round on Mirage. A 5-man rush here into this A-bomb site, and they have pushed early and picked up the early kill as well. Asmo picked up that opening kill. Exist is inside the bomb site, has got himself 1. 5th Flower in a second. They've got the bomb down, though, so that's useful. I don't think they're going to win the round here, and no, they aren't going to win the round. And there's a little bit of a scuffle over the bomb defuse in the end, but nice strong push from N Faculty through the back halls into the A-bomb site. Got the early plant and at least got the cash from that. But in the end, the eco round goes to Ninjas in PJs. do. So this is early doors, and Fifth Lauren's going to guard that mid area and then decides to come back to A. They've actually got 3 men over at that A bomb site right now. There's Forrest, look at this, aggressive push in the middle already. Will have cleared out one, he did pick up that first frag. Freiberg's got himself, well, not an advanced position on the balcony here at A, but certainly a little bit further forward than perhaps would ordinarily be picked up. And Forrest just firing through the window on the far side. That's his ledge, by the way, if you aren't aware. Freiberg, look at that. Easy. Like, and just picking off a player at a time here. Double flash goes through and round, and this will be an easy pickup. Well, it will. The first one was, second one not quite so much. Kirby now is last man alive, and does have bomb for the bomb blood. Ooh, has to switch away from it. Forrest picks up the frag, and the early buy didn't work for the Germans. That's 3-0 now to an IP. Always a bit tricky without a co-commentator, because that's the point at which he would go, well, you know what they could have done there, Red? Next week will be different, I promise. There's a 4-1 split this time round, and we've got 4 men pushing with bomb at the back of that with Disruptor, looking towards this B bomb site. And actually, it's the first action in action is actually going to be Exist, who's picked off one on the ledge. Freiberg right now is in the A bomb site, so let's go back over to the other side. Kirby now in that back carpeted hallways. Has a man to the right hand side of him. Get Right might just pick himself up. A bit of an eco bash here. 1, 2, 3, and couldn't get the fourth. Disruptor disrupting the play from the hat trick of Get Right. Fifth Lauren misses his first shot and instead switches over to a much more effective pistol. And that's 4-0. Another eco bites the dust, and Faculty now back on a buy round. So need something out of this, really. Need to stop the rot, pick up a couple of rounds, and stem the Swedish tide, which is currently engulfing them like a tidal wave. As have so many other clans before them. So Flash and Smoke put out early in towards the A-bomb site. There's a bit of a push here, and Exist is too wise to it. Freiberg's sitting right next to him as well. Good crossfire between the two NIP players, and Freiberg's got himself 2. Forrest with the third, and Freiberg gets himself another for his third of the round. And that'll be 5-0. Apparently, it's a bit quiet out there. I will try and do something or other for it, but unfortunately it is at its maximum right now, so apologies if you're not getting the audio fully. We'll see what we can do in the break to try and fix that. Meanwhile, plant has been made at the A-bomb site. It's a 4 versus 3 right now, and in fact we do have an advantage. Unfortunately, Fifth Lauren is going to get taken out very easily indeed from that balcony. To Get Right combined to pick up a mana piece. It's now a 2 versus 2 from a 4v2, but they've got to be quick here. Bomb ticking down. Are they just going to wait for the exit kills here? Asmo trying to pick up the first frag. It's SMN that picks it up. They might just win this round, you know. It's 2 versus 1 now, and SMN will pick up the frag on Get Right and put a round on the board for the Germans. They finally get back into the game at the 6th time of asking. 5-1 to the Swedes. Just let us know, by the way, in the Twitch channel if things are a little bit better with the sound. And we'll work on any fixes we need to do. In the meantime, it's 5-1 right now on Mirage. Our first semi-final of the evening in the RaidCall EMS 1, Week 1 Cup 1. Our second night in a row of covering the EMS 1. Brand new setup, of course, so you can get into this via playing in the A series as well if you've got an amateur team set up. No amateur stuff going on here from Faculty though. They picked up 2 kills before finally Fifth Lauren gets in on the action. That bomb already planted at A. They're not liking that B bomb site. I don't blame them either. With Forrest guarding that B, it's always been tough to get in there. Get Right's there too, and The deadly duo have locked that bomb site down. So Faculty have just said, you know what, alright, that's fine, we'll go away. And now with the defence on, 4v3 yet again for the second round in a row. And now it's a 3 versus 3. Fifth Laren picking up the first one. There's another one. Kirby and SMN though, brilliant. Both headshots from them. And they now have a 3 versus 1. And Get Right's going to have to get out of there. And Faculty will survive with 3 members with guns and win the round. 5-2 now. And weapons right now actually are okay with NIP, although I didn't see what Fifth Laren bought, if anything. Let's just wait and see what he's decided to buy. If any. I don't think he has bought, you know. I think they've gone for a 4-man buy. Meanwhile, we've got a 4-1 split this time. 4 in carpeted hallways. Kirby's gone towards A as a distraction. He's decided now to come away from that. They've made a really big push. They think they might actually be on an eco. I think that's what load of pain inside that bomb site. It's Get Right with 2 already. Disruptor though shuts him down and gets rid of Fifth Laren to equalise things back up. Bomb has been planted. Inside the B bomb site then. Bomb laid down. Protecting it from the site, picks off the first one. It's having a great game so far as well. Now we've got a 2 versus 2. SMN rotates back round and will get another frag on Exist. Brilliant round. 2 from Disruptor, 2 from SMN. Can Kirby chime in with a frag now? Forrest now trying to make the Lone Ranger push into this B bomb site. Bomb ticking down fast, and I don't know how Forrest is going to get anything out of this. Does get a frag. Can he get the second one though? Not quite yet. He can't. Now he can. This is not going to be a defuse though. He's going to have to go to the back of the site, and he will live from that small explosion. But time had run down, and then Faculty have got their 3rd round on the board, and leading by the slimmest of margins now. The Swedes lead 5-3. Into round 9, and again we're seeing that split 4v1, and again we're seeing a quick push this time from Faculty. They've already picked up 1 this time. They do believe that NIP are on a save, and they're not. They're on a partial, so that's not going to work for them either. And it didn't really hit this B bomb site twice in a row, very easily indeed. Have got in there, no problem. And it was Exist and Fifth Laren who are guarding that bomb site, and they've not lost a man just yet. Get Right's the only man that has gone. He was also guarding that site. And all of a sudden, the wheels have come off the Swedish train. 3 in a row for Faculty. Fifth Laren though, surprising Asmo just behind the site. Bomb is again ticking down. They're getting rid of men now, but they're not going to be able to get into this bomb site. It's just too late, and that bomb is going to blow. And exit kills are about all they're going to get from this. They do pick up 1 on Forest, and it's 5-4 now. 4 rounds in a row from Faculty after a fairly ropey start. Losing pistols and a couple of ecos. But in gun rounds, they're actually ahead. 5-4, and we are going to see a save this time round. No doubt about it from NIP. Finally run out of cash, and this time round it's a 3-2 split towards A, and man has pushed forward, which is Freiberg. He's been blown away already. Fifth Laren's got himself a frag before being downed, and now Faculty can plant on the bomb site with a perfectly placed smoke, and this is going to be another tough round for the Swedes. This is going to be 5-all. It's absolutely, truly game on. Remember, there is money up for grabs in this tournament as well. It's not just $156,000 over the season. There is $1,000 up for grabs for the top 3 tonight. There's also the matter of some ranking points, which are very important as well, because the top 16 will go through to the playoffs, and the top 8 from there go off to the land finals. And you need enough points to be in that top 16 to qualify. All 4 of these teams in the semi-finals will already have second and 100 for the winner, so all the points will add up, and literally will mean prizes. It's 5-all now. Each team having won 5 straight. Can NIP break this stranglehold that N Faculty have on Mirage right now. Can the Germans keep up their fine form? Freiburg on the A site, nothing doing just now. Again, look at this, they've just pushed straight into that bomb site. Forrest has been picked off, that's no longer his ledge. And they've replied 2 for 2 here. Oh, Fifth Laren was so close to landing that, just a pixel away. Smoked the outer entrance to that bomb site, which will allow them to get the bomb planted. Indeed they do. SMN then picks off Exist. It's now a 3 versus 2. Danger here for NIP. Are they going down for a 6-1 and Freiburg trying to make something happen, does pick up the first kill inside that bomb site. Can he get a second? Yes, he can. That's fantastic. Last man's hiding in the smoke, but they've got a 2 versus 1 advantage, but not a huge amount of health here. Danger here. Can Fifth Laren? No, he can't. He gets nailed by SMN. Freiburg goes in. This is going to be reasonably close, but I think NIP are going to get this one. Indeed, they do. And Freiburg, with just 17 points of health, brings home a round for the Swedes. They lead 6-5. Wow, things heating up nicely. After just 11 rounds, there's a round in it. Many people were saying before this game started, don't write N Faculty off. They've had some good results against some very good teams, including Very Games recently. The NIP supporters inevitably were saying, well, never mind. They're not going to win this one. 2 from Freiburg. Fifth Laren actually picked up 1 in there as well. Disruptor's come back in, he's got 1. And we're at 3 versus 2 in favour of NIP. Still inside this bomb site though, Disruptor is there. The bomb is with them towards that bomb site, just trying to get into that bomb site now. They equalise things back up at 2 versus 2, and surely the bomb will now get planted as Forrest makes the rotation in towards that A bomb site. Bomb has been planted. Indeed it has. Just 12 points of health clipped down to that. Disruptor does have a full hat of health and not any. It's also 128 versus 12 in terms of health. That's going to be an easy defuse. And, well, AWP saved as well. 7-5 to NIP. And getting back to the point I was making earlier before the action broke out, there were those that said, no, this is NIP's game. This is NIP's semi-final. And their grand final for that matter as well. They were, the majority of those people I spoke to were NIP fans anyway. So I guess that would be kind of expected. We look like we've got a 5-man push, and this looks like that eco push alongside the B bomb site. A right now as Forrest picks up the first one, and we do finally get over to the far bomb site just in time to see Get Right Now 2. Asmo with a reply back. Forrest picks up 1 more, and Fifth Laren will clean house with the AWP on the final eco bash. So only 1 man lost in that round, nice and easy for the Swedes. 8-5, 13 down, 2 to go for the half. And after a good rally from the Germans, it's the Swedes that look like they're heading in to the second half with at least a 3-round advantage, well, at least a 2-round advantage if they lose this one, but possibly a 4-round advantage. 8-5, final round of the half. Not the final round of the half, because I can't add up. It's good maths there, Red Eye. Round 14. Both teams fully stacked right now. It's Forrest who's pushed mid once more. Got the opening frag as well, but that's brilliant, and Forrest is disposed of, and that'll tie things back up. So quick look and see how they're set. They've got that 1-man mid, and then 3 looking like they want to go towards A. And now here comes the push. Exist is actually blind inside the bomb site. Doesn't matter though, he's got some backup here from Freiburg, who's picked up a double. Kirby replies with a double of his own. He then gets down by Fifth Laren. We're 1v1, and it was AWP versus AWP, and Fifth Laren might just get himself caught here. Oh, just managed to get himself out of the way, and oh well, now he's definitely going to go down, surely. Still has that AWP in hand. And this is going to be very, very, I don't understand what Fifth Laren was doing there, to be honest, I have to say. And he will lose out in the battle of the 1v1. And then Faculty get another round on the board, and, well, can't allow clutch rounds like that to disappear. 8-6. This is the final round of the half now. So they're either going in a round ahead or 3 rounds ahead. Either way, they'll have an advantage. 15th and final round of the half then. Once more we're seeing the push inside the bomb site. What's this? Oh, look at that, Forest. Picks up the second of those 2 AWP kills. That's why it's called Forest Ledge normally. Getright's going to get himself 2. And the Forest and Getright show continues in the B bomb site. Finally, Fifth Lauren actually pick out that one. It's still Getright going for his 3rd. He's picked off as well. And Forest will grab his hat-trick. Thanks very much. Nice, easy win in the half. And the GHs are exchanged. 9-6 at the half then. Ninjas in Pyjamas lead N Faculty. Sweden up 9 to Germany's 6. Hopefully the sound issues are cured for you now as well. We hope anyway. Not able to check right now, so I'll tell you what I'm going to do. Actually, if we just come back to me for a minute, and you'll be aware, if you've just tuned in, by the way, sorry we haven't got a co-commentator right now. Unfortunately, Joe had to go back to the UK for a family funeral, and our condolences are with him and his family, and obviously our thoughts and prayers are with him as well. But he will be back next week, so we're looking forward to having him back. I'm particularly looking forward to having him back so that we can actually have some production that's decent, because obviously I'm now doing sound and audio and not very good at it. So anyway, let's get back to the game. We are almost ready to go. In fact, we are live now for the second half of this game. And underway. NIP leading 9-6 from the first half. This is the semi-final of the RaidCall EMS 1. Counter-Strike Go. $1,000 up for grabs tonight. 600 for the winner, 300 for second and 100 for third. And NIP have no interest in anything else than the #1 spot. But Disruptor is having other things to say, and that A bomb site's already got himself a double. But Fifth Lauren is into the bomb site now, with a man alongside. They haven't been able to plant that bomb though, coming under fearsome attack from Asmo, and firebomb thrown down to try and put a bit of pressure back on them and force them away from that bomb site. Exist though, he's going to get shot down after doing a little bit of damage inside that bomb site, but he was never going to win that one, 5v1. And then Faculty win the pistol round. I almost need to record Ninjas in Pyjamas lose the pistol round, because that's what they were doing yesterday quite often. Tonight, not so bad. They did win the first half pistols. Heaton, I think, said yesterday in before 1 week's worth of pistol practice. Yeah. Just a reminder, we have had well, actually, in relative terms, a relatively small update overnight for the guys at Valve, which has nerfed the 250 and the Glock. Maybe we'll talk about that in the break as well with the guys in Twitch chat, see what their thoughts on it are, but doesn't seem to be affecting Exist, that's for sure. It's 3 versus 3 right now, but NIP in a little bit of danger in terms of health. They have just 140 points between them and 3 men fully stacked for N Faculty. To have the advantage here. Asmo spies one and takes the head off the shoulders of Getright. 1 down, 2 to find. Fifth Lauren and Exist are the last 2. In fact, Exist is trying to make his way in towards that bomb site. He'll get picked off by Asmo as well, who's now got himself 3 in the round. SMN the only one to pick up a frag other than him. They go back down there, and Asmo will pick up a 4th in the round. Very nice too. And I'll make it 9-8. And we have got a buy for NIP. A couple of Galils between Getright and Freiburg, and the rest have AKs. round. It's 4-1 split this time. Exist just sitting in the back of those four men trying to make their way towards the ramp, and picked off nicely. Freiburg does open things up, so they've got the pick. Do they carry on trying to move in towards that A-bomb site from the ramp, or is that just a bit of a decoy? It does look like it's going to be that way. Look at this, they're actually going to rotate all the way back through T-spawn, and Get Right just sitting inside that A-bomb site has made that call. There's just no one there. Asmo's now made his way back towards that bomb site. And Disruptor here might get himself a kill, and indeed he does pick up that kill on Freiburg as they rotate it back now. Disruptor is now going to be behind them, trying to push in towards this A-bomb site. 4 versus 4. Long-range shots from Get Right, who's coming under a lot of fire in that corner and somehow has picked himself up the frag. Forrest then picks up one in mid as well, and Exist has now got himself a frag on Disruptor. And this is now a 4 versus 1. Asmo, last man standing, gets one. Just 56 points of health, and bomb planted. And, well, he's going to have to go all Mission Impossible this time round, and it's not going to work for him. 10-8. Early buy wins it out for the Swedes. So, I wouldn't say they were surprised or caught out by that, but they didn't win it, that's for sure. And already 5 back. And he's done that 2 rounds in a row as a grenade lands right at the feet of an faculty player. They've really been just dropping like flies right now on this eco, so not getting a single thing out. Well, they picked up the frag on Freiburg. In fact, Disruptor is living up to his name right now. Finally, he's locked down by Forrest. And Ninjas in Pyjamas moved to within 5 of a place in the grand final this evening. It will be played at around about 9 o'clock Central European time. We will have the second semi-final between Imaginary and Epsilon coming up right after this game. Or if this one finishes a bit early, then we might have to wait until 8 o'clock, but it was scheduled for 8 CET. So you won't miss a single bit of the action this evening. All 3 games coming to you live on ESL TV, and in many different languages as well this evening. As we are on board with Disruptor, who's locked down by Forrest in the end. It was actually Freiburg that he dropped. And Flash goes over for that 2-man stack inside that A-bomb site. And we didn't see it, but Obest has picked up 2 now. And he's picked up 3. Couldn't get the 4th. Get Right surprising behind him, but he's done the damage and he's done the work. And Faculty aren't done yet. 11-8 down. Have a 3-1 advantage here in round number 20, and I've got to make this pay. But if you want anyone in this position, this is the man you want. Christopher Get Right Allison. 40 seconds, 3v1. Kirby waits just outside that A-bomb site. Get Right now dropping down. Has found a man to the far side. They've set up the crossfires, but Kirby deciding that actually he's going to try and wound Get Right, and it wasn't really all that effective. 3 points of health lost. 25 seconds now. Still Get Right waits. Flash is now going to go in over the top from Kirby, and it's nicely placed actually. Here comes the second one. Bomb's about to be planted. No, it was a fake plant. Get Right then has to switch out of that one. He's got his eye on Kirby here, and he's nailed in the head by his opponent. And then Faculty do reduce the distance to 2. Round 21. This time round there's seems to be a fairly standard strat actually for Nip. They've got Get Right waiting at A to make a call. Freiburg yet again going aggressive in mid, and he's the only man without a weapon right now. He has pistol, of course, but not a main gun, not a rifle. Fifth Lauren does have one. Get Right is taken care of by Disruptor, who's had a very good game indeed. We'll check out the scoreboard in a moment. Ninjas. Not making any inroads just yet to either bomb site. Freiburg yet again sitting in that mid area. Surprised he hasn't gone back and found a gun. I don't quite know where Get Right went down actually, so it might be that it's just irretrievable. Asmo now might just be the next guy to make a hat full of kills here. Oh, look at this, 1 and 2. He's got a chance here for 2 more just outside. Forrest is now going to try and go in behind him and does pick up the frag on Asmo. So shut down when actually probably could have had a 4-man out of that. He's already picked up 2 and obviously finished things off, and that'll be 11-10. And not a round that NIP would have enjoyed as we look at these scoreboards. So Mantis with 19 and 17 at the top of the scoreboard for his team. SMN 11 and 15, and 13, 18, 14, 16, 10, 15, all in negative KD other than Mantis. And at the Swede side is Forrest 28 and 11. Extraordinary. Freiburg 14, 12 for Fiffler, and 16 for Get Right, 11 for Exist as we head into round 22. And a little push inside the bomb site here. Exist is the only man who's picked one up. Asmo's got himself in the centre of that Glock, but can't land anything just yet. And that grenade does nothing inside the bomb site. Fiffler still trying to chime away with that Glock. Still hasn't landed anything. And Mantis did pick up 2 more inside that bomb site, one of which was Fiffler, and in the middle of that was sandwiched by a frag by SMN. And that'll be 11-all. Game on here between the Swedes and the Germans in the semi-final of the RaidCall Cup 1 of Spring 2013. First points on the board, and the first money due to be claimed this evening. Which way is it going? Everyone said before this game, well, pretty much everyone said, no, NIP take this easily. But again, they've had some good results recently in faculty. They've played plenty of matches. That's one thing you can't accuse them of, is not playing enough matches. One of the most active teams. Put a bit of damage on Get Right, which is always nice if you're playing against him. Kirby here is nicely positioned, and a surprise Exist. He's also going to pick up the frag on Freiburg. Oh dear, things are not going well if you're a Swede, a ninja, or someone sitting in pyjamas right now. All of the above. Forrest Get Right disposed of now, and Asmo's going to get himself a double that round. So did Kirby. And then faculty now move into the lead 12-11. And a little bit of banter from Get Right and SMN. That was for the position that he was finding himself in the previous round, which was interesting. Back with Get Right now. And they are on as full a buy as they can afford. And there is a bit of a push here from Asmo. Look at this, just straight out into that mid-area. Picks out Get Right, gets rid of Forrest as well. And over on the far side, Mantis has got himself 1. Couldn't get the second, did he? Yes, he did get a second. And that's 13-11 now to end faculty. They now look like they're moving towards victory. Forrest hasn't picked up a kill in 4 rounds, even though he is still 28 and 14. Mantis now top of the table for end faculty, 23 and 17. And end faculty lead 13-11. And Nip right now are on the back foot. They do have enough money to buy, no problem for that. But it's Disruptor, look at this, comes straight in, picks up the frag on Freiburg. Forrest replies back though. Get Right's then dropped inside the A bomb site, whilst Mantis picks up yet another one. He's going to get a second in a row here, and possibly a third. No, Exist shuts him down, but he's not going to get any further. Yes, he is going to get further. I thought he was going to lose that out to SMN, but somehow won. But it's now a 2 versus 1. It was a 4 versus 1. Oh, stunning headshot from Exist. It's now a 1 versus 1 with just 2 points of health, and he's going to try and get this bomb planted now. And they needed a bit of magic from somewhere, and is this where it comes from? Asmo versus Exist. No, shut down in the end, and with just 2 points of health, there was no way he was going to win that round. But by golly, did he give it a good try. In faculty, 14. Ninjas in Pyjamas, 11. And the Germans have the advantage here with just 2 rounds required to make the first ever RaidCall EMS 1 final. Full complement of AKs this time round for the Ninjas. Looks like a 5-man push towards A with a 3-2 split 3 on lower this time. Freiburg and Forest take the carpeted hallways. Disruptors up there waiting for them as well. Here comes Mantis back in towards the side. They've got the clue here that that's exactly where they're going. And Freiburg drops down into the bomb site. They haven't spotted the man above him on the balcony. And this is going to be dangerous here. Get Right picks up 1. SMN is in there as well. It's 4 versus 4 now. Guns blazing all over the place inside the bomb site, but nothing connecting. And somehow we're still at a 4v4. They still haven't seen Disruptor at the top of the ladder. Now they finally do. Do they know? Disruptor, he took out the bomb man, and now Asmo's chimed in with another one, and Get Right is now last man standing with 12 points of health, and 2 men standing to the right hand side of him. It's a 3 versus 1, and surely he can't get out of this one. He won't be able to get out of this one. Grenade takes him down for Mantis, and then Faculty move to match point. It's 15-11. Great bit of play by Disruptor on that balcony. Dearie me. It's a usual place to check, but it's easy afterwards, isn't it? It's easy for us to see. Already, NIP having nothing of that in the midfield this time. And who knows, maybe they are irritated. Fifth Lauren picks up the kill on Mantis. Now they've got 3 men down without reply. Always the hardest round to get, of course. And Disruptor, though, is just being an absolute pain in the arse in that A bomb site. It's fantastic play from him. Kirby's then got a couple, but it won't matter this time round. Get Right and Exist have picked up the round with a 2 versus 2. 3 rounds the deficit now, and 3 rounds remaining. All that Nip can do is draw. Amazing start to the evening. We had a great start yesterday as well, for some really, really good Counter-Strike Go action between some really fantastic clans. Yesterday we saw Infused taking on the overrated individuals and winning against the former UK Mouse Sports superstars. Today in Faculty leading by 4 rounds, heading into the last 4 rounds against the world champions, no less. They've reduced the deficit by 1. Can they get another one here? Freiburg gets clipped in mid. Get Right and Forest have already been disposed of. Is this the end of the game for the Swedes here? They're 4 versus 3 now, having Fifth Lauren claimed just a single frag. They've had to slow things down as well, but they haven't got a huge amount of time here. 55. Moving round. Fifth Lauren just below him now. Exist does start things off nicely for them. Equals things back up with a 3 versus 3. Fifth Lauren not quite sure which way he's going to go, and is now trying to make his way back towards the B-bomb site. It's been called though, and then Faculty, they've worked it out here. They know which way they're going to go. 30 seconds to go. Is this the final round? Faculty leading by 3. Disruptor goes back towards the A-bomb site. Meanwhile, gunfire at the other site is with Exist, who's having a stonking round. He's got 2 now. He's finally been disposed of by Mantis now. It's a 2 versus 2. 12 seconds remaining. Bomb planted. It's not going to make any difference though. Mantis has picked up 1. There's a 2 versus 1 now. And there it is! There it is! Disruptor picks up the final kill appropriately. The defuse will come in, and then Faculty will advance to the grand final by 16 rounds to 12. GG. Ladies and gents, awesome, absolutely fantastic from Faculty, and what do you know, what a way to start the evening. You can never trust the Swedes to do what you expect them to do. I guess that's what we'd have to say for that. Sorry for all of you that have lost your money. I think it was 93% of you put money on NIP winning that one, but it just shows you they are human after all, and they can be beaten. So fantastic result from Faculty. Congratulations to them, and they advance to the grand final. Next game up will be the other Swedes, as it were, from Epsilon, taking on the Frenchman from Imaginary Gaming. So who's going to go through? The good news, I suppose, from NIP is that they do get 50 points from this, and that's going to make a difference over the whole season, because it is about points accumulating over each of the cup weeks, 4 cup weeks, which lead into a playoff weekend where the top 16 ranked teams go through to that playoffs, and then only the top 2 from each of the 4 groups will go through to the land final. So disappointing, I guess. I think that's probably the only way we can summarise that up. If you've got any thoughts, by the way, drop them to me on Twitter at Paul Challoner. Also, stick with us in the Twitch channel. RaidCall EMS 1 CSGO Championship.
There's nowhere to hide. There's nothing but darkness left here. Check it off and let's take a ride. 'Cause heaven's not far away, and I'm not gonna leave you here. Let me take you into the light. There's nowhere to hide. There's nothing but darkness left here. Check it off and let's take a ride. 'Cause heaven's not far away, and I'm not gonna leave you. Let me take you into the light. There's nowhere to hide. There's nothing but darkness left here. Check it off and let's take a ride. 'Cause heaven's not far away, and I'm not gonna leave you. There's no such thing as maybe. Burn it like it's faded. No more hesitating. Let the sparks fly, baby. Drive it like you're wasted. You can call me crazy. I'm just tired of waiting. Let the sparks fly, baby.
Bei Spotify gibt es mittlerweile so viele Möglichkeiten, neue Musik zu entdecken. Wusstest du etwa, dass du basierend auf Musik, die dir besonders gut gefällt, sofort neue Playlists erstellen kannst? Ausgehend von einem Interpreten, den du magst, bekommst du eine Playlist mit ähnlicher Musik